We're in deep over there.
Towers bankrupt, but we tried to warn them. Empty pocket streets are dim. Feds are watching, it is grim. No escape, we fall to spin. Everyone's paying and feeling low. Where's the cash? We need to know. Promises they no longer glow. Trust is broken and seeds don't grow. Yours paying and feeling low. Where's the cash? We need to know. Promises they no longer glow. Trust is broken and seeds don't grow. We are in some deep shit. Where is the money? I think we all know, but let's let the bear guard the honey hole. Electric bills piling high, just waiting on the next line. They told us dreams, now we sigh. Lost in lies, our dreams go by. Crumbling walls, voices loud, yet I don't see the crowd. People gather as they see fit. One day we will get this cloud to lift. We are in some deep shit. Where is the money? I think we all know, but let's let the bear guard the honey hole.
Deep over there. 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 We're in deep over there.
Has all the passwords to everything been changed, and has the equipment that they use to work remotely been returned?
Yes. She's been disconnected remotely. She doesn't have access to anything here. Well, password changing, I've not changed any. So a lot of times though, we've tried to get on to her stuff and the password wasn't good. So we're trying to reset everything to passwords. I don't know if everything's been changed. And I was directed yesterday to make sure and get her and any old utility workers off of all the accounts and invoices, because a lot of the invoices still have her. They have our utility workers from 2022. So I'm working, I'll start working on that Monday to try to get all of that cleared up.
The security system could be accessed remotely, correct?
Not if you're not able to get into the town computer. So without her being able to access the town computer, her computer in her office, then nobody can get connected to that remotely.
So there's no software that would let her into it?
No. Hayden, the tech guy, he's the one that set it up on everybody's laptop so we could remotely connect, but we could only connect to our own computer from a laptop or from home. I couldn't remote to Sarah's or to Tyra's. I could only remote to myself. But Monica, I think, and Angela, the first time they came in and did bills, I believe, directed us to get her the remote connection. Take it off, and I think Erlinda just saw that on a bill the other day, Monica and Erlinda. We had just paid an invoice for the computer kernel, and I think that was on there, the disconnecting the remote access.
And she returned the laptop she had?
That was her personal laptop.
That's the other part where
we have 3 town laptops. Mr. Romero has one, I believe, Mr. Barajas, and
The question I wanted to bring up was on the passwords. And she has just said this, that the guy who works on computers has access remotely to our security cameras. So then why would he do that?
Hayden doesn't have access.
He's the one who
That's what
set
she
up
just
our
said.
cameras in the office. He's the one who set up the cameras in the office.
But he doesn't have access to them, right? Is what he's asking.
And she just said that he did.
What I said is that he set up our laptops to where we could connect to our computers. So on each of our computers, we can see all the security cameras. So if we were to remote connect in from my house, I could see anything I want. What I said is that Tyra cannot see anything because she has no access to her town computer anymore.
Well, and I was off the Tyra thing. I was listening to what you said.
Hayden.
And I assume Hayden would have access. He has access to everything because he's our.
I said, yes, no, yes.
And we misunderstood your questions.
Okay, now here's why I'm asking this is because we're fixing to have an executive session. So they have access to these cameras.
There's no voice. There's no voice on these cameras.
And why would our tech guy be trying?
No, there's no voice in the town, really, guys. really just no voice in the town. How's everybody doing tonight? John Denicola, good to see you. Thanks for coming up. How are you this
Evening, everybody.
We got a couple special guests here tonight. We got Lori here tonight. Hey Lori, how are you?
I'm excelente. Thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
What'd you think of that little video clip right there? That was my precious.
Well, I walked away because I had to go get my notebook and my pen and my drink and my libations. So I missed a little bit.
The whole part that you were supposed to be taking the notes on?
Yeah, I had the, I told you I wasn't prepared.
Let me help you with the notes. I got a guy that just so happened to be there, aside from us.
Right.
Vern, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing? Oogle Ollie, Lori.
So
Hey, Vern.
What's your comments there, Vern, as far as what you just seen there from my precious?
Well, it seems like everyone's got access and only a councilman can't get access.
Right. What I liked is when she tried to blame Hayden for everything. It doesn't have sound. He can access everything. I'm like, if they don't have sound, what's the purpose of the camera? Because you don't know what's going on. You don't know what the conversation is.
I think my favorite part about it is the hindsight of it. Is being able to look at it now.
Right.
They said all of her access has been revoked. She doesn't have this, she doesn't have that. And then how many months after she was out of there did she get paid?
Right. And she was doing it remotely from her house.
Or was she doing that in cooperation, Lori?
Right. That's also, yeah. Because Stephanie just has the right to pay everybody and anybody and not, she just has free will. So why wouldn't she pay her? Yeah, why wouldn't she pay her co-conspirator?
Vern, who checks Stephanie's paychecks before she signs them? Erlinda?
Well, you know what? It seems like that they're on an honor system.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, no honor among thieves. Oh, shit.
You have to prove
all
the
they had
thieves.
to do is just put a Post-it note over it.
Right? Oh, my God. I tell you what, if I could have got up there, if I could have gone in with someone, because I'm not going in there by myself because I'm outnumbered, I would have taken it. I talked about going in there with the ladder and I was going to climb that ladder and I was going to pull those post notes off. I was so pissed off. They didn't just show up there by themselves. They were purposely put there so there's no accountability with those fucking cunts.
There's a lot of wind when you open the door and those things floating all over the place in the air. It could have been an accident.
Yeah, she just stuck the Post-it note over the camera, dude. That shit was hilarious.
God.
It could have been the wind.
And
that night we had council, June 4th.
They said that they had to pay the computer kernel. They had to pay all these other things, so everything was safe. But their excuse for covering the camera was that, somebody had broken into their system or something to that effect.
Yeah, the Post-it note was for privacy.
Right. Oh,
yeah.
God.
Well, it's funny because it seems to be that the only person that hacked it was the same person that put the Post-it note over the camera in the first place. But hey, what do I know?
Right.
She could have been secretly preparing to go back where she came from.
She's a dirty Sanchez, She's not a Coca. She's a dirty Sanchez. I don't know where you're going with this, Vern. Here comes Triple E.
I was drinking a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I just so happened to have that here for you, Vern.
There you go,
I'm
Vern.
not sure where you're going with this. What is, I mean, you said body count. There's nobody I know, and this is the first I've heard of it.
Because the way the system works is the cops just do the initial charges, but the DAs are the ones that dictate further.
I'm gonna
So,
get this motherfucker.
But,
I'm
all
gonna-
right.
Oh.
I just called in for the commotion. We have everything on video right here. My son was just assaulted by a fucking robber and good citizen because of my dog. I want charges pressed on him. My son's face is all fucking full of cuts and shit. For sure.
Yeah, that's what you get when you put your fucking hands on me. I'm just gonna tell you.
Right? There's no rules.
Pete's, man.
I did try bringing this exact tape up in a meeting once on the threats that people were getting, because it was amazing to me that you could post something online that things be getting pipping, and then someone gets beat up, and then all of a sudden it's a police matter, not a council matter, not even though she obviously said there that it was all because of her job.
Yeah, the
Well,
whole
wait a
town's
minute,
gonna have to
Vern.
fight me,
Wait a
Vern.
minute. Well, what's funny, Vern, is, this is the same folks, right? And this is the same police department or sheriff's department, right? That when information was brought to them that the former administrator was paying people to take people out, the sheriff's
Yeah,
department
but
said,
they only
"Nothing
paid
to do here.
$100, so
It doesn't matter." He was
that's probably all we had in the fund at the time.
At the time.
Apparently, she was too busy making sure that the funds went to her offshore accounts in Texas.
Well, it could be she was transferring them for safety.
Yeah, keeping them for safe.
Yeah. And, it's
and
that whole thing at Padre Island down in Texas, to me that, you should know that Padre Island is not an offshore account.
Whatever.
Well, it's, you can't get information on an offshore account.
Apparently, somebody wasn't paying attention.
There were 15 checks written.
Right.
And I keep bringing this up, because they withhold the financials. They don't give us proper numbers on the budget, not even close. And there's no oversight now other than the mayor. And I don't even know if Stephanie has access to anything yet. So we're back in the exact same spot. One person, dictator rules. And
Well,
it seems like the council doesn't understand.
Hey, Vern.
Well,
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, Vern. Think about this, right? Before all that happened, though, there were 3 people that worked in that town hall that were signing checks, and checks
Yeah.
are coming back bounced.
Correct.
And the people who were signing those checks weren't just the former administrator.
And they claim
I'm
that
just
they
saying.
didn't see the actual statements. Those were given directly to Tyra, and they were told to write checks, and they did that blindly.
I mean, sounds about right.
You don't work with somebody that long that you don't know what the fuck's going on. Excuse me. They're women. They talk. No. Sorry.
Lori, did you see their shirt? She's just living in Nirvana, baby.
Right.
Well, at one point, there's a video that Good Citizen got out there of her where she was telling me to go back where I came from, and I was the worst person ever. And
Right.
I just moved. Me and him had just moved here to harass people. And who
Right.
does that?
Right. And it's all your fault because they grew up here and they're locals. And Sanchez didn't grow up there. She was up north and then she came down here, spread her seed.
Is that what you call it?
Well, I call it her slime, but that's rude.
And I wouldn't say kept it in the family, but
She did. She did. Nepotism is best. You know?
there should be a certain morality if you're going to handle people's money and, have the responsible of a town clerk. And really, it's the people that sit there, and I keep getting told I'm going to be sued for saying names, but so I try not saying Gerald, Frank, Monica.
Let me help you out, Vern. Okay. I think for somebody on the outside looking in, to me, there are certain qualifications you look for, and one of them would be that you weren't recently coming back to your job, allegedly from a rehab. Another one would be that you allegedly didn't steal from the town and have to repay it. Those are really qualifications in town hall employees that we really try to avoid. But for some
Well,
reason, Aguilar tends to drag them in. So
John, there was
you
one
don't have
meeting
to.
there that I know GCM was there, and I know Josh was there. I was there, and the amazing thing was after $60,000 was missing, a check wrote off of a closed account, and they actually sat there and applauded her for the excellent work she was doing. And let's see if I can remember. It was Gerald and Monica were on the board, the same two on the board right now.
Right.
So where's the change? Where's the difference? Where's the transparency? Where's the inclusiveness?
That's about what you got left, Vern. There's some change.
Hey, Vern, here's a bigger question. Where's the criminal investigation of all those people that were involved when all this was going on? Because clearly we've only seen one investigation or one arrest. So where's the investigation into the other people that were there that may or may not have been involved in it, if not even more involved than the person that they've already got?
Yeah, I really can't comment on that one right now.
Well,
That's all you got to say, Vern.
You don't have to comment, but if I was sitting on the board as you are, seeing what's going on, hearing what we're hearing, I would be calling for a criminal investigation in an open meeting, and I would make them put it on the record. Because at that
But
point,
I have done that, John. I've done it in 2 different meetings, called for an open investigation.
But I'm saying a criminal investigation. You've asked for like a forensic audit, for a forensic audit, I believe, or an audit.
Financial forensic audit.
I'm talking about an actual criminal investigation into what's going on here.
Well, I wanted them to look into the embezzlement.
There's a lot more.
There's
a lot more than just the embezzlement going on here. There's a lot of moving parts into this picture, and it involves a lot of people. And a lot of people right now are real scared, and they should be, because
not being able to get information. If people watch what I'm asking for the Ken Torres contract, and I can speak of this because it was said in open meetings several times. I've asked for it, and I was told, well, there's a new contract that the board approved, which we did not. And my questioning on it was the confusion over the money, because one of the things was Diamond T gets paid several $1,000s in a pay period, and then Ken Torres personally gets paid several $1,000s in the same pay period. Now, why, if it's the one contractor, are we writing 2 separate payments? The council has never seen one statement of the work that he's turned in. So it's, again, on the honor system that we're getting correct information. Well, we're not getting any information, but the information we're not getting is correct.
Well, here's another question, right? Why is it that they're hiding the amount of money that Ken was paid for writing the grant, right?
And even more recent, it just here in the last 60 days, I believe, I asked questions on the light project that we have going on. That never went to the council to go out for the bids to begin with. It was just something that was presented to the council of this should be what would be good for the town. And then that's whenever I started asking about Ken, well, what is he getting paid for this? Because he's the one that wrote up the proposals. He's the one dealing with the separate contractors. And it turns out, that the person he was working with is the one who gets the contract. All that just seems funny to me.
Well, and here's something else. Not only did he write the contract for the augmentation ponds, right? But if I remember correctly, he engineered that, right? Am I wrong?
He was our engineer.
So,
and he had
what
to
did he get
approve
paid?
every step of the way before anyone got paid. So that's why I keep complaining, we're using the same.
Wasn't there? He was going to work on a grant to get the town hall painted and restorative services done to it and stuff. I remember hearing that from him.
Yeah, but the original contract, which was kind of run through by Donald, Monica, and Gerald, was for the augmentation pond. And then they snuck in that one line. They didn't let anyone review the contract, that one line or anything else the town needs. Well, that line was struck down by the council. And that's the last time I had a conversation with them on it, or Linda out of nowhere said, well, there's this one line in the contract that allows us to hire him. She didn't know a number of what we were being charged on the light project, or even if he was going to turn in a bill. I mean, how fucking stupid do you think we are? You don't know if we're paying someone $65 an hour to do a job that was made up between two people, it appears, and not have any idea of what he may or may not bill us. Everything's so freaking open. I don't know where the playground equipment started from, whose idea that was, but the equipment was over 15 years old and it's plastic and had a lifespan of 12 years. So even being given to us that we'd spend almost $11,000 to get it here, it was outdated before it would have even left La Vida. There's so many things that the council will, excuse me.
I said, too bad it didn't go through, seriously, because it would have just added to another fuckery for the list.
Yeah, that's one I just couldn't let go. That was just, that involved the kids. That involved the kids, and it probably they would have deserved to have got that the way no one listens. But when you endanger the kids, that's whenever the outcome had to be the way that it went.
Hey, Vern, would it surprise you if I told you that I have proof positive that the mayor in Aguilar never reached out to anybody in La Vida regarding the playground equipment?
Nothing will surprise me at this point, I believe.
But is that what Erlinda said, is that she reached out to the town of La Vida and had conversations with them instead of the private owner that had the playground equipment?
Well, what I heard her say, and I could be mistaken, but it was supposed to be a deal with the town of La Vida, which later on found out it was a private individual.
Right, because I called and asked.
But the town of La Vida and a private individual are two separate things. You don't mix the two up. You don't combine them. I mean, that guy bought that property from the town, but it's still is not the town of La Vida.
Yeah, and I haven't.
Well, she was very, very clear on that she said the town of La Vida had nothing to do with that playground equipment. She goes, it was a private owner. She gave me his name. She spelled the last name for me, and I was like, okay, there you go. So if Erlinda's sitting there saying that she got some kind of deal or whatever whatever her newest lie is. That's all it is. It's lies. You can't believe anything she says.
Everything she says is good as gold, Lori.
Right.
Yeah, good as gold on the silver market.
Right.
There's a poem out there somewhere about 600 led into the valley of death.
Oh, gosh.
People just blindly follow, and that is I don't see how not the way that things are in the 21st century. How do you blindly follow?
And
So there was a guy that was on, he goes on Gary's show every once in a while, but he posted on the Aguilar page that he was looking to buy real estate. And then all of a sudden his post disappeared. It was up there for like one day. And I reached out to him, but he didn't understand, like he didn't get the gist of what I was trying to say to him. So I'm letting that one go.
There's a lot of property in Aguilar right now for sale. There's a lot of people leaving.
Right.
There's a lot of people dying.
Right. So these people that think, they have extra cash and they're like, well, I'll go in there and I'll get a couple houses and I'll rehab them, and they don't know all the problems, and you can only warn so many people before you just you're grown. I can't help you anymore. I just can't. I can't.
I'm looking at the picture on the side there with the mayor and the young lady next to her, and I'm thinking,
Yeah.
two things
Sarah.
belong together. One of these things isn't the same.
Did anybody else get a sign?
Her gavel in her hand, just ready to bang it. Look at her.
Hey,
Say
Brian,
something, Mark. Say something.
because the lady next to the mayor no longer works in the town of Aguilar, right? Am I wrong about
No,
that?
she works up in a bank up in Walsenburg. That's what I heard. I don't know. I don't know what bank it is, or I'd go in and open an account.
Well, there's only one. There's only one. There's only one bank.
Oh, okay. Well, then it should be easy to find.
Actually, happens to be the bank that I bank at.
Oh no, Vern, she's got your information, buddy. Just like she got your credit card when you did your core requests. Oh, that cunt.
In line with the form you were talking about a while ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know she's working there. I don't go in the bank very often, but
Don't.
you would think that people would. Well, I will move my account. I've been thinking of doing that anyway.
Right.
But it's amazing that in a position of financial position, and what happened here, and no one's paying attention.
Padres Island is a great place to open an account, Bird.
Right. But it's not an offshore account, though.
Hey, I'm just curious.
Oh my God.
With both the former town clerk and now the former or I guess I don't know whether she was the assistant clerk after the former clerk resigned, but once they're both gone, I mean, does this mean I'll actually get some core requests answered?
Well, that seems to be no. That seems to be a no. Well, but they're still playing around and refusing core requests and not giving proper information. And, I haven't got my packet from the last meeting, and that one would have her payroll amount in it.
God.
The last one I seen was almost $5,000, and it's going to stay that way. $30 an hour adds up quick, and then you start time and a half.
That's interesting.
Well, isn't she working 7 days a week?
I don't pay that much attention.
Well, if she's working 7 days a week, how many hours is she claiming? Is she claiming 8, or is she sitting there saying, "Oh, I'm overworked and I'm claiming 10 or 12," and she's pulling that stunt 7 days a
Who knows?
week?
Who knows?
Well, if we had a
That's
time card,
Right,
that might help.
who knows?
right, right.
Do you guys as on the council, do you guys see that in the bills to be paid as to what she's being paid, or like
What we see is a number of the check, the amount of the check written. We don't get any kind of an accounting of any kind of money going out. We don't get any financials. We get a list of bills for us to vote to pay that have already been paid. So, why do we even bother?
Yeah, why are you voting? It's already
So
been
you're
done.
voting to pay bills that have already been paid?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, there's no oversight. There's no control.
For the horse.
No other town in the world does that. I mean, I could see some that would be more like an automatic payment that you have to have it in by this date. But we have a meeting the last week of the month. Then you could present us with the bills that are coming due. You could let us know what money we have coming in. There's not a councilman sitting there that knows what the future income is because it's hid from us.
Yeah, well, you need to sit there and say that you want council to start a criminal investigation, request a criminal investigation through CBI, through the sheriff's department, whatever you got to do, FBI, whoever you got to get in touch with, they got to do an investigation because nobody's listening to you, Vern. No one.
Yeah, but that'd
No
be
one.
like telling the police don't investigate yourself. I mean, and that's what you're asking them to do. You're asking them to stand up there and say, I'm not involved in this, so go ahead and investigate for the people. And they're not going to investigate yourself. I have no worry. I don't give a shit. They can investigate me all they want.
But you need to get it on record, like John says. So once again, it's presented for the public to see. It's open that you're once again bringing up no transparency, no accountability, no foresight, nothing. You guys are being blindsided, and you got, somebody
But there were two meetings where Gerald said, whenever we were talking about embezzlement and missing material and work paid for not done by ex-mayors and ex-councilmen and family and friends, that this is all in the past and we need to let it go. Problem is, that's not his money.
He's part of the dirty, and that's what if they investigate it, his name is gonna come up, and then he's gonna be a puckered asshole like he is.
Well, and they seem to be. They investigate. They investigate a fine line. We have asked them to investigate the augmentation pond, so that's what they're investigating. All this other stuff that's on the side, the council has got to get them to investigate it because it's not a full open investigation. It's what is being asked of them. So, they might gather information, but they look the other way on a lot of it.
And see, that's wrong too, because if they see something that is of criminal nature, they have a duty to investigate. And they're seeing everything. They see what needs to happen too is that an investigation needs to be made on those computers to see how many people were blocked by that administration so they couldn't send Cora a request or they couldn't send in a complaint. They couldn't do dick because they were blocked like I was. The anniversary of my block from town hall last year was the week of Thanksgiving. Yeah, they took away my right to contact them, my right to see what's going on. Bastards.
There's no transparency.
It does pose other questions too, Lori, because I still have outstanding core requests from 2023 with the former administrator. I've got outstanding core requests with the other two people that answer core requests. And there's no accountability for that portion of it. But I think what's even
Does it
funnier
show if
though
you
is
get blocked though?
the fact that
Does it?
now all of a sudden, there doesn't seem to be any more public comment during the meetings. Even when there
Right,
was public comment, they were discriminating against the people that were on Zoom that couldn't attend the
correct,
meeting. And instead of
correct.
letting the people on Zoom have a word or speak like the people inside the meeting, they decided we weren't, no, anybody on the Zoom wasn't good enough. And that's unheard of because anywhere you go, any town meeting, as a matter of fact, I think that's actually an open meetings violation because what you're doing is you're discriminating against one class to allow another class to do something.
Right.
The
I
people
can't
that are
make it to
there in
those
person, they're
meetings.
allowing them to talk, but they're not allowing people on Zoom to talk. And that's not right.
Right.
You're eliminating people.
Well, and I can't even, I can't make it into town. I can't drive at night. So if I want to watch something, if somebody is there, streaming, but now they don't even allow that, and it's just like everything is such a fuckery there. It's just ridiculous. And like you said, if
Well,
they don't like what you're saying, you start talking and they don't like what you're saying, they just disconnect you. And like you said,
they
how
disconnect
many
with Zoom.
times can you tell when you're sending in those requests if you're blocked or if it says that they've received it?
I have no
John?
idea.
Laurie, talk to me
Oh,
after the
okay.
show. I'll help you out.
Well, yeah, I was just curious because I'm not sending stuff in, but I was just curious if when you send stuff in, whether or not somebody's looked at it or whether or not you're blocked. You'd get a
Hey,
message back
Laurie,
saying you can't reach
I,
it. Yes,
I think you'll find this interesting because
of course.
we kind of hiding this out a little, but I want to kind of spill it a little. So we did a request at the sheriff's department. And one of the things we requested were body camera footage from when somebody turned themselves in, right? And then I also
Right.
did a request for the cameras in the lobby where she turned herself in. And amazingly, you ready for this? Amazingly, no deputies had body cameras running. And
Oh, of course not.
the cameras that were in the lobby supposedly rewrote over themselves. So all the footage,
Sure.
anything that possibly could show her turning herself in has now gone. Make that
Unbelievable.
make sense.
No, it's not unbelievable because they're all in it together. What's going on with their dirty parents? How's their taxidermy business? Probably booming because it's hunting season.
Booming.
Fuckers. Yeah, right. Booming.
And I got to be honest with you. We're talking about just a couple of just a couple little shreds around here, but there's also a couple of gentlemen that should be worried too because during the time that some of this stuff was going on, at least maybe two, maybe even three other people that should be worried because when this stuff was going on, they were representing the town. And I don't know
Absolutely.
if it may be something that's ethically wrong, but if they knew about what was going on in this town and didn't do anything, I think there's a lot more problems there too. But
Right,
that's
they're
just an
pushing.
opinion.
And you're no attorney. I need to get you a shirt that says that. This is just my opinion and I'm an attorney. A mess. How hard is it? Whereas they've done on, do they just put a little zip drive and pay for that? If you ask World Journal, I don't think I've read 80 articles on Aguilar.
I don't think they really give her much information either.
They do give her information
I
every
don't think
time
they
they
like.
open their mouths because she pays attention.
Yeah, I don't think they like anybody asking questions.
No, especially a councilman. You know, how much more openly can you break the law than vacating a councilman's seat for not being at a meeting? And where is the Secretary of State on this?
Well, you know what's funny about that, Vern, is they did it. It wasn't on the agenda. It wasn't voted on. It was a nod of the head, and let's vote on it.
Yep.
You know, I mean,
And they did vote.
it wasn't legal by any sense of the word, but hey, you go ahead and knock yourselves out. To be perfectly honest with you, I would have been like, thanks, appreciate it. You guys keep telling me that you're going to sue me. Well, you just created your own issues right there.
Well, that's the only reason
again,
they're not
my
suing me. Or one of the only reasons. They openly withhold information from me. That was bullshit. Then they get on to at a meeting and claim that I'm a clown, that if the information on Stephanie's payroll gets out, I need to face legal problems. One said I was an idiot. Another said that I have mental issues. Yeah, but this is different than Facebook. This is at a open to the public meeting.
Well, that's funny. I'm curious. Where did they get their degrees?
And I bring that up several times. Bruce appears to have a law degree.
Is that the attorney? You know,
No, he's the
I'm gonna ask
councilman.
you that.
He's the councilman that you can't beat him to offering a motion in. He's got his hand up. Ooh, pick me. He's trying to accept a motion before it's even made.
That's a good one.
Guinness Book of World Records. What's up, you people? Glad you could join us, brother.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Hey, Josh, I thought I heard your laugh.
We're just having a good time with it.
Hey, Vern.
Yes.
What's the name of the attorney for the town of Aguilar?
Animus Law Firm. Andy and something else, Animus. It's a father, son, and daughter law firm, and I think they're out of Colorado Springs.
You sure they're not Sheridan?
They could be. I'm blocked from the email, so I don't have any idea really much about them.
Oh, they don't represent the bot like the last guy?
Yeah, probably do.
Oh.
Is that
Just
you?
not me. But hey, he's running an investigation on me, turned it over to SIRSA for further investigation and possible punishment, and he's my attorney. I mean, he represents the town and me as a councilman, yet he turns information over to another attorney against one sitting councilman. Then they hold an executive session, and the whole session was about what can they do with me. It was even stated that it was for legal advice against me, and they named me. That whole thing's a conspiracy.
A can of sardines.
Well, you know what? I contacted the bar association, and there's no one willing to do anything here. So the only way that it would ever get to court, and this is the thing that keeps me out of trouble, is if they make charges, formal charges against me, they have to supply an attorney. And they've done more wrong to me that I can't get them to do anything with the charges. They don't want me in court. Because then they can't block what's going on.
Yeah, you know too much.
Yeah.
Hey, that reminds me,
Can you've
Vern,
got
while I'm thinking about this.
documentation, you've got videos.
Oh, I've got documentation all over the place.
Hey, Vern, while I'm thinking about it, I'm just curious. Is there somebody that does the administration for the Facebook page? And who would it be?
Oh man, I have no idea.
Well, I only asked that because I happened to notice on the Facebook page a lot of comments that disappeared. As a matter of fact, some of those comments happened to be mine, and there were comments that I screenshotted. So I'm just curious as to who that would be, because
Yeah, it
I
could
think
it
that the
be?
town may have an issue.
Could it be possibly the same person that was helping the last administrator get paid after she left?
Right.
Who on panel? Let's see who up on panel has an opinion on how Tyra was still collecting checks after being resigned from Aguilar.
Because she had remote access. She knew the codes. They didn't change the passcodes. They didn't do dick.
Well, that's
If they
what part
really
of that
wanted to
video at
protect
the
those
first of
accounts.
this was.
What did you say, Vern?
That's what the video at the start of this show was. I was questioning the exact same thing with the attorney sitting there. What about the passwords? Was guaranteed they were all changed. Everything
Right.
for remote access was returned to the town hall. The only thing
Right.
that she had was her personal computer with all the town
Exactly.
information on it. You know, and you got to be
Exactly.
kidding me.
You know
So
what
they
that
didn't.
sounds like? Sounds like Satan over there in Rocky Ford. Oh, I've been trying for 3 years, Lori, to get our government emails. And I said, it doesn't take 3 years, Satan. It doesn't. It takes about 30 seconds to make a Gmail account or a government account. So I
Well,
don't
the
even want
thing
to
on
hear
her
that
private
bullshit.
computer, well, I went through this with them. I won't use my computer on the government email that I have because if
No,
anything goes wrong, they could confiscate my home computer. So I won't log
absolutely.
into the emails. And the thing
Absolutely.
is the town has laptops for the councilmen, and they claim that, well, they only had 3 and they gave them out already, so I don't get one.
Right, and that's
Right.
the thing, dude.
Bullshit.
Who's ever seen those fucking
Hey, wait a
laptops
minute. Are
in the
those the
past
same
3
ones that
years?
need to be changed?
I didn't hear you. John, I didn't hear what you said.
I said, are those the same 3 laptops that at one point they said they couldn't get the passwords from the former administrator from?
No, this was 6 of them that they bought through COVID. That by the time that COVID was over, 3 of them disappeared, and we only had 3 left. And I was too late to get one. The mayor's got one that's separate from the 6, and then 3 of the councilmen, and they won't say which 3, have got the other computers. Well, you know what? If you do for one, you have to do for the other. That's part of the fucking rules to this, and another violation of the law.
And that also poses another
Correct.
question. With those other 3 computers, are those other 3 members speaking to one another at the same time and essentially creating a quorum, right?
Well, you know
Because
what?
3 or more.
They admit that they do that over the phone. I've been bitching lately because they started calling me on this stuff again for a vote. This time claiming that our water leaks are an emergency. Water leaks that we've known about for months. Only they voted to let Stephanie spend $12,000 to get the leaks fixed without advertising for bids and without going to the council with it. They did it over the phone.
Are we talking
And
about the water towers or what are we talking?
water leaks around town, there's like 10 or 11 small leaks of water meters that have been known for months now. And then there's a leak.
Funny,
Much water.
That brings up another question.
How much
though, Vern.
water waste is there? Sorry.
I
It's okay,
Laura's
Lori.
relaxed.
Lori asked, sorry, John.
Pick
Lori
me,
asked
pick me.
how much water waste is there? And
It
I got,
depends on the mass chalker.
well, Vern, remember when, and I've got video of it. Remember when the tanks were almost empty and we couldn't figure out why?
Yes.
Maybe that's the reason why. Remember when Erlinda just a few months ago was saying that the tanks are almost empty?
Well, we got a leak at West in Baca that's been there for over 2 weeks now, closer to 3, and it's a known leak. So, and the council has met since then, but nothing was said until at the last minute there's a phone call, and now all of a sudden this is an emergency. We don't have time to wait 24 hours because the crew that they've hired is scheduled to start the next day. So why the fuck did you even bother calling? There was no emergency. You created it, and now you want to cover it to give your friend a job.
Correct.
They take every decision away from the council, and the council's too fucking stupid. Excuse me, I'm here. The council is not informed enough to make a intelligent decision.
That was very nicely put. Thank you.
I get
talking about
upset.
water meters. How about let's shift up to a guy that's been without a meter for over 2 years. The gas meter that was
Right.
illegally taken from his property. When are they going to put that back
Correct.
and make things right?
Never.
John,
It will
John,
never
they-
happen.
Right, Lori. John, it won't happen. Due to the fact that they took out the meter. That meter was actually grandfathered where it was at. It didn't have to be updated. Technically, now he's got to update it, and he's got to update the plumbing of that house. And that's on his dime. That's not on their dime. That's on his dime. He's got to do all that. They're not going to put that meter back in. They're never going to put that meter back in for him. They're not going to pay for new piping. We've already gone over this, John. They flat out fucking told him to go fuck himself.
And if he doesn't pay that maintenance fee per month that they've got on this, whether you have the use of water or not, at the end of 3 years, they claim the tap a dead tap. And if he wants to get it turned back on, he's going to have to spend $12,000 up front. And that's before the work on his house.
Well,
Would that be before or after?
well,
the
Vern,
town
to my
closed?
knowledge, right? What was that, John?
Before or what, John?
I said, is that going to
What
be
was that
before?
you said, John?
I said,
Is
is
that-
that going to be before or after the town collapses?
Right. Well, and either way, it doesn't matter.
Well, they got to do it before.
Well, to my knowledge, Robert is paying the bill on the one house. I do believe that the taxes, the money that they put onto his taxes on the other house is still outstanding. But I do believe that he is getting together the money to take care of that. And he's not going to let it reach the 3 years. He knows the deal, Vern. Like we did a lot of research about this when it happened. And the funny part is Aguilar thinks that they put the liens, basically the tax liens, on both houses, when in fact they only stuck it on one.
Right. Well, and then my understanding is he paid the lien off and had it released on the one house, but refused to put the meter back in until the second house is paid for. Which to me, how you gonna do that?
No. So what it is technically he's still hooked up to the other house. He doesn't have the water turned on at the one house. So he still has water at the other house, but not the house that he's staying in anymore. The one that he was staying in. They're not going to switch over and turn on that tap for him over at the other house until the full lien is paid off, is what they said.
Yeah, I still talk with Robert quite a bit.
Right. And even though the one house is all paid off, it's clear, and he's keeping up to date on that, they're not going to turn on that tap. It doesn't matter. The other house has to be taken care of, in case anybody was confused about that whole thing.
Yeah, and to me, that's just a personal issue with an employee and a resident that could have been handled way different than what happened.
Well, it could have been handled. It could have been handled with Erlinda. Erlinda could have made that whole thing right. She could have followed the law, because by law, they can't do that to him. By law, that house is free and clear. It doesn't matter if he has another property with a lien on it. That has no bearing on the property that's clear.
Right.
So they should be turning on the tap to that house. He shouldn't be running it the way that he's running it. So, I mean, that's just spiteful BS. So, I mean, Erlinda could have changed that wrong. She could have made that right, and she didn't make it right. In fact, she was part of the problem that basically had the lawyers tell him to go fuck himself.
Yep.
So, I mean, if we had like maybe a whole new administration in there, basically people that weren't biased towards the people of the town, regardless what issues there are, when you're in a public capacity, no matter what your bias, doesn't matter who you dislike, you're supposed to treat everybody equally under the law. The end, not choose. Hence the whole thing with Walsenburg and the discount, family discount. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not supposed to do shit like that. It's supposed to be equal amongst everybody by the law. I don't care if you don't like them or not.
Well, everyone here knows that there's one law for them and one law for us.
Well, you're not wrong. I mean, even the sheriff, along with the former maintenance person there, both admitted that they should have got a warrant to take that meter. And I got to be honest with you, to me that just blows my mind. And like you said, they could have made it right. They could have put the thing back on there. They could have turned the gas back on, and this would have been dead. Would have been a dead issue. But they didn't want to do that. And that's because of that person that was working there that had that hate and that disdain for him. And that's bullshit.
There's something in the law, and I'm not a lawyer like John would say, but I've seen this happen before. If you set a pattern, like with that house, that particular house, it's been in arrears quite a bit. There's been liens put on it, liens been paid off. And it's a constant running thing where that it is more often not paid than paid until it gets extremely far behind. Yet they accepted that behavior over the years. So, why would this one time be so much different and drastic that you got to go out there, pull a man's meter who's got a thing from the doctor saying, hey, you can't do this. He's a dialysis patient. Well, they know they're going to get their money. The pattern showed they're always going to get their money. So after you set that pattern, how do you go this far off that you deprive a man in bad health with that service? And even whenever we went to a council meeting and Robert was there, I even said, you know what? Okay, he should have paid the bill, but, and it's what did you do wrong? I mean, we all know that the bill should have been paid. That wasn't in question. It's just what did you do wrong after that brought it to this situation? And it was a clerk's idea of she felt screwed over and this was going to happen. And I think shortly after that's whenever there was a fight up at the Ace Hardware Mercantile involving her husband and son.
Right.
And somebody else I know, I forgot what his name was, but I think he's here. How many times? If you put on Facebook that, if you put on Facebook that you're going to beat someone down then you go out and beat someone down. Isn't there a problem there?
You would think, but again, it's all in who you know.
Well, I mean, we all know if you got $36, you can just go punch somebody in the face if you don't like them.
Is that what the fine was?
Yeah, $36.
Yeah. How many people?
$36.
God,
Hey, it's funny. The former administrator got screwed because she paid $100.
Well, maybe she didn't have the connections JP had.
Right.
The extra money was for travel time.
I saw that fight. Trust me, he didn't have the connections. The only one that was connecting that day was the guy that was putting him to the ground.
Hey, that whole fight was such a joke. It's so obvious on the camera who did what. I mean, and then they don't even arrest the person that actually started it.
Well, it's funny you say that, Vern, because I pulled the policies and procedures for the sheriff's department, right? And one of the first things that popped right up is bias in policing, right? And it's part of their policy that they're not supposed to take their personal bias to work with them. And when they interact with those people that they have that bias, they're told that they're supposed to put it aside. And
that sheriff directed the statements of the witnesses. That deputy sat there and told the witness what to say.
Here's the other problem for good old Johnson and Demi Apple, because the two of them were there together. The problem is that Johnson wasn't running his body camera. The body camera footage that you saw came from Demi Apple's body camera. And it was because Johnson didn't put his on the charger and didn't have it. And he violated state law doing that. The problem is the departments don't deal with the state law. They deal with their policies and procedures. And in his policy, he took that bias to work, and he turned around and he wrote a ticket to Good Citizen for harassment and disorderly.
Who, if you watch that, there was no harassment. And I watched it close, and the time that he was supposed to be yelling and screaming, he was smoking a cigarette, and you could see the smoke coming out of his mouth. You could see him hold the cigarette up. You could see his facial expression, his body language. He was in no way yelling, screaming, or creating a disturbance. He couldn't have, if you really watch that video. He was smoking a cigarette normally, blowing the smoke out normally. He wasn't just huffing and puffing and like what was claimed. Yet here's a video that showed different than what the deputy tried making the witness say.
Well, yeah, and it's funny because it took the deputy over a week to change that.
Did he finally?
A supplemental report.
Yeah, I didn't see the supplemental on it. It's just, I even tried getting them to discuss that in the council because Stephanie said directly, this is because of my job. Then it became a council matter.
Well, and again, and I'm not a lawyer, but she also made threats that she was going to get those mother effers and that they were going to make sure that they were gone out of town by the end of the week. So, where was the sheriff's department on that?
I agree with you, John. I'm not an attorney either, but I did sleep at a Holiday Inn.
We got some receipts here. Hold on.
Oh, we got some storytellers for you, don't we? Don't we? And if it wasn't for that damn Good Citizen and you people, well,
I don't know if you know this, but Aguilar's been falling apart since.
You're right, Johnson. You're right. Let's take a look.
Now I couldn't see who did the initial. Who shoved TJ first?
I shoved him.
You shoved him?
Yeah.
It looked like initially you were trying to get
Yes.
the
I was just initially trying to get everyone away.
Yeah,
he was trying to. I didn't want to fight anybody.
Okay.
I didn't want a confrontation at all.
And then after that, I didn't. TJ, did he put you in a headlock?
He did.
Yeah, he did.
He did put me in a headlock. I was trying to get my uncle away from him, and he put me in a headlock. So that's why I tried to put him off, but I busted my head.
So you busted your head when you guys fell?
Yeah, when we fell.
Okay. Did TJ strike you at all after?
He tried to strike me. I mean, he put me in a headlock. I'd consider that attacking.
You'll see it on the video. I struck him.
I think anybody could consider a headlock hit.
But after that, you weren't swinging on him or anything like that?
No, and then just.
He was yelling for somebody to call the cops.
No, you didn't swing at him. You just kneed the crap out of him. That's all.
Well, that was
That's
Isaiah
all.
doing
And How
that.
would she know what was said or what was done? She wasn't even there at that point in time. So why is she even giving statements? I mean, I guess she can't help herself, just like the meetings.
And I also, there's a restraining order against Robert Avila. He's not supposed to harass me, yet he still keeps going to the town hall harassing me.
Right, harassing you. That has nothing to do with this current investigation.
But I mean, apparently, my whole family needs a restraining order because they can't.
Then
go
I would
anywhere.
go.
I was at work the other day for the meeting. I just happened to look out the window. They're parked in the parking lot. These two are coming down, and they're flipping them off, cussing and yelling.
For her and Robert, but she wasn't even here for this. Okay.
I'm going to use Deputy Johnson's words here.
You guys have all these cameras, you're always recording, but when you are the victim, somehow you magically don't have footage of this. Why is that?
That question was asked to us. I don't remember it ever being asked to any of the Cocas, especially Stephanie, especially when she claims.
But there was video there that showed exactly.
I like how my language is offensive, but everybody else's is okay.
My son was just assaulted by fucking Robert and Good Citizen because of my job. I want charges pressed on him. My son's face is all fucking full of cuts and shit.
Really? This was about her job? So she pulls the town of Aguilar into it. I wonder how the lawyer's going to feel about that one.
Well, you've seen how the town of Aguilar responded.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, $36, and apparently the hospital bill is what they ended up paying.
I got some that are quite enjoyable here. It's
Hey guys, this is fun, but I gotta drop out.
but before you go,
All right.
We're all longtime residents. Where Vern came from, I wish he'd go back because we grew up here. We went to school here. Her husband grew up here. Vern needs to go back to wherever the hell he came from. Don't cause trouble elsewhere.
And I know nothing
And why you
prior to
moved
me
here
getting
just to
here.
harass us? Who does that?
Well,
Who moves somewhere to harass people?
well, I'm not harassing anybody.
That's
I
what
mean,
you
if you guys
said.
feel harassed, I'm
Well, I feel
sorry
very
you
harassed.
feel that way.
violated, like you
I
guys
know,
put me
I
on
feel
the street all
violated too. I
meeting.
hear that you have the town hall bugged. There's cameras in everywhere. And we're the longtime residents, and I'll be damned by the end of this, I'm still gonna live here and nothing.
Yes, ma'am. I hope so. I hope so. This is a beautiful town. And I know a lot of people here. You guys keep associating me with Vern, but you don't know the people that I actually know here that I've known for many years that have been here for
Also,
many years.
everybody in this town apparently has lost
So-
their common sense.
And
If
I
they're
mean,
following Vern Thorne is the worst human being alive. I hope everybody, we're all.
I hope everybody heard that. Just so you know, Vern Thorne is the worst human alive, guys.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to live with that one.
All right. I figured I'd send you off on a high note, Vern.
Guys, man, I appreciate you having me on here, and
Vern,
I'm
probably
glad that
criminal
you're still
investigation.
reporting. Yeah, I'm glad you're still reporting. It needs to be done.
We're
I
not
couldn't tell you.
reporting, we're laughing. There's a difference, Vern.
Yeah, a little gloating.
Yeah, well, man, you guys be safe.
Later, Vern.
All right, talk to y'all later.
ATL, can you believe that lady in that video right there was like an assistant, like not even an assistant? She claimed like she worked part-time in that office and now she is the town clerk. And is she the administrator now? Did she take
And
that
they
hat
are
too?
recording us.
$30 an hour
We
talking
asked you
about
nicely
people.
not to record us, and you still come in here recording us.
Right. Yeah, that's my right.
All right, Lori.
It is, but my
Because it's
attorney
your
has the
right
right
doesn't mean
too.
it's
And-
okay.
and-
it's
and
a
the
right
best-
thing to do morally.
and the best-
So I guess hopefully, you know, your right is more important to you than your moral standing. Because what you guys are doing isn't right.
Yeah.
All you
I'm
guys
It's
sorry.
bad enough we have to go to the board meetings and deal with you people recording us, a million people recording us, but you have to come into where we work and record us
Yeah.
after we've asked you not to, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I record everywhere I go. Everywhere.
I need to find your job, because if I could go out and make people miserable and make money off of it, I'm doing the wrong thing sitting here.
Well, I'm not trying.
Hold on, pause. Hold on.
You like these good old clips I got, huh?
Hold
Bro,
on, pause.
and here's the thing, guys. There's way more of this conversation that didn't get released. There was about an hour conversation I ended up having with these guys in that office, and only some of it made it out there, and boy, oh boy, yeah, this is the kind of shit they were saying.
I think she's made plenty of people's lives miserable, not just, namely
And got
Robert.
paid for it.
And got paid for it.
Yes.
I have to say, I love the professional attire she's wearing.
Jesus. Yeah, it's often wear your pajamas to work day in Aguilar. Yeah, it's quite often the case. But hold on.
And the minute you say First Amendment rights, we've been dealing with this nonsense since March. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of people coming in here, and we're supposed to cater to everybody, but yet we're supposed to be treated like dirt by the residents. So, you.
Well, I think I've been nothing but nice. I haven't never disrespected any of you guys.
I do not want anything.
Well,
put
you
on
called the
Facebook
cops. I mean, like I said,
because
that's
everything I say gets twisted around. I don't want my
if
face
you
all
weren't
over
kicking me
social
out, you
media.
wouldn't have called the cops.
We didn't kick you out.
Well, I thought the damn cops would have came. I didn't
No,
know.
they won't.
I apologize. I didn't realize you could record
Thank
in
you.
here. I've been told you can't record in here. You can't record at the meetings. That's
Right.
what I was told. So
Right, and that's why I show up, because a lot of times.
Do respect our rights. We're here trying to do a job. I don't want to be on
Well,
camera again.
I have rights, you have duties.
Oh man, those are some good oldies.
Okay, you point
Stop
out the
working.
obvious, sir.
Stop working for town hall and you'll have rights again.
Stop exposing us. That's so rude. You've got no morals. This shit is so funny, dude.
We're
Fuck.
we're making millions of dollars disappear in this office, but
least
you have no
every year.
morals for recording us doing it. Damn it!
Yeah. My gosh. How dare I? That's great. Yeah. Man, we got so much footage of that stuff, dude.
You can't make it up.
It's all evidence.
Oh, and don't think, not for one fucking minute that the feds and CBI haven't been watching this stuff either. Like they've been watching our stuff, bro. Like it's quite
At least
hilarious.
one fed. Bacon, bacon.
Yeah.
At least one fed.
Where is he? He was
He
supposed to come
sponsored
on the
this
show.
Nah, he sponsored this show because he couldn't make it up.
Yeah, we've been running the banner here and
Sent me
there.
a Hondo. Sent me a Hondo on the PayPal pool.
No, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, to run a show. Bash these guys. Yep. Paid for by fake bacon. They'll make it back up here one of these days. Just don't hold your breath on it.
Would that be before or after he gets that knock on the door?
Oh man, so $30 an hour, guys. That's all she's worth.
Don't forget all the overtime.
Yeah.
Right?
She's got to be worth at least some overtime. So 45 an hour, 7 days a
Right.
week. You know, she's a busy girl. So, you know,
Must be running 7 days a week.
I wonder what those paychecks look like.
Oh, you know, her pocket's fat right now.
What?
Yeah, her pocket's fat right now.
I bet she's got some fucking fat ass pajamas to wear to work now, huh?
Right?
Shit.
Oh, didn't Vern say something to like one of the things that he saw for her check was like 5,000
I don't
earlier?
know. Maybe.
I could have sworn that he said that one of the checks that he saw that was signed to her was for like 5K. I could be wrong, but that's what I thought I heard him say. That's an awful lot of money. And it's way more than what she normally would get for a 40-hour work week, right? So makes you question things.
Well, yeah. And yeah, I mean that adds up quick, don't it? Adds up real quick. I mean, $45 for overtime. She's working 7 days a week, you know.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. I want to see. It says the average hourly wage for a city clerk is around $21. So the median in the state of Colorado is $15.83 for a municipal clerk. So she gets about double the median in a town of less than 500. Yeah.
Yeah, Laurie said in the chat that that's what he had said earlier, that he had seen a check written to her for 5,000. So you got to figure if her regular work week is $1,200 for the week, and that would be before taxes, right? At 30. I mean, that's an awful lot of overtime.
So she's getting close to a median pay of what a clerk in Burbank, California would be making. out of the town of Aguilar with less than 500 residents. Rock on,
Wow.
girl. Do your thing.
Maybe I don't know. That's kind of crazy. You know, she might get some crazy ideas like Tyra did. You remember this? You remember this? We're just gonna play audio of this one, but you remember this?
What do you want to go by, Mr. Real Talk?
Monica.
Hey, what's up?
That was too funny. Oh man. I can't believe they went on that show. Dude. That was excellent. I loved it. I loved it when Tyra and Adam hit the YouTube screens. That shit was low cow.
What's up, man?
And, well, see what you all want to talk about.
Do you want to go by Real Talk, or do you got something else you want to go by?
Real talk, I think is that it should be.
Yeah, are you gonna give us some real talk? Are you gonna give us some real talking?
Real talk.
Yeah, is this real talk? No,
After
no fake
hours.
talk. Don't give me some fake talk. I want to hear some real talk.
Yeah, I'm not Trump. I'm giving you real talk.
Yeah, give me some real talk. I want to hear some real talk.
All right, so Mr. AC, aka Leonard, what do you want to talk
Hold
about?
on. Whoa. We're using first names here?
Yeah, we don't use the first names.
All
Yeah,
right,
what
AC.
are you doing here? What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. What's your first name?
Yeah.
Let's ask
Adam.
that.
Adam. Yeah.
Okay, so it's okay if we call you Adam, right?
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get my boss lady. So she's asking what's the name of your show.
I still
So
haven't heard any
It's the shit
real
show.
talk yet.
I know.
haven't heard any- when's this real talk?
SHYT.
Yeah, when's the real talk
okay,
coming
give
in?
me a second.
Shit show.
Dude,
Oh,
you know, for a minute there, John, we thought Adam was a troll, bro.
yeah.
We still think he's a
Guess
troll.
we're wrong. Well, you were partially wrong.
All right. I wonder where that guy's at these days. We need to do like
Whatever happened to?
yeah, like what happened to, like they was famous and now they're this. We need to do like an episode like that on Adam, That's what we ought to do. Because he went from fame and fortune to, hiding from himself. He probably took all the mirrors out and everything in his house, bro. Just saying.
Practicing his quick draw in the mirror.
I mean, he had just about as many cameras up around his house as we had around Aguilar, I gotta say.
Right. Yeah, like he's got a security concern or something. I don't know.
Well, don't worry, his girlfriend can hack it for him.
Right. Show up somebody's ass. Yeah, play some more of that. That's the good stuff.
That is the good stuff. Hold on.
SHYT show, right?
Yeah,
Jesus
the
Christ,
shit show.
this guy's worse than Krog. Krog is actually a better troll than this guy.
Oh man.
All right.
This guy sucks.
Where's
Yeah.
Joe Cool? Joe Cool, where the hell are you?
I think he's dealing with the misses right now.
Oh my god! So I heard about this
I see
panel
him in the
that.
chat.
Okay, 10th Man had this panel where Joe Cool comes up and Bones is actually White Joe.
Oh no.
Bones just told me about this today. Oh my god, this fucking cracked me up. I was like, no, like it's good that Joe has a sense of humor. I'm sure he just like fucking didn't even give a shit.
Joe, catch your.
Come on, you know Joe by now. He's
Oh, you got to go
he's
get
secretly-
Coco.
Yeah, he's putting LOL in the chat, but he's secretly saying, "You fucking racist nigga."
Racist ninja.
Yeah, racist.
Oh my
ninjas.
god. Yeah. So there's that.
Okay.
Oh, we
So
got the new-
I'm still waiting to fucking hear some real talk.
Real talk.
Real talk.
Yeah, real talk. Like,
I think
I'm
he's in
trying
the
to get her
middle
on.
of yeah.
you turning the computer on?
I'm on my phone. No, I'm trying to get the town administrator on.
Dude, this guy sounds poor.
Do you know? Is it real talk? Have you ever phoned someone with real talk?
Do you know how much that's worth though? Okay, so I went to the black sector one time. There was this guy, he's called like ZX or something like that. He's just
You know, I'm kind of embarrassed. I'm kind of embarrassed because they were on our panel like a couple of times before this, and they still don't know how to operate like StreamYard and like I'm kind of disappointed. Like I feel like we did not teach them correctly, GCM.
He's trying to get all of his boss.
He's
Okay.
trying to get a hold of his boss.
He's got it figured out. It's the boss that's having problems here.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I kind of find it hard to believe because usually she got a hold of him.
Usually,
She might. Yeah, she might. Trying to drag her out of the basement.
yeah. Let me see what we can do here.
Oh man. Oh yeah, Otara came up on the show. That was good. Old Tyra.
I think that's her right there. We'll see.
She does great on the internet.
Yeah, she does.
Just gonna put in Miss Tyra. How about that?
I
So Miss
sent you
Tyra, I
picture
changed
link.
her
AC,
name
you're a
just-
good man.
Wait,
as in
Banks?
Hold on, I
think
I
Wait,
am.
Saturdays. All the other days he
one
cheats
who
on his
was on
wife.
the panel. Who was on the? Were you on the board, Tyra?
No.
Okay, all right. 7-pounder. Why are you so afraid to come up here and explain why you were trying to?
She's not. She's just the one to go on good citizen or you people.
I don't understand.
Well,
he
you're
wasn't
here.
talking to her. He was
Yeah.
talking to
Talking
somebody in
to-
the chat.
Yeah, it's type of
7-pounder.
7-pounder. Yeah.
in chat. Yeah, he's talking to somebody in chat.
Tyra, speak your mind.
I will not speak my mind, sir.
Tyra, go ahead.
What do you want me to say?
Whatever they
Yeah.
want to ask you, I don't know.
Yeah,
sound like
yeah,
my
spit it
eighth
out,
grade
Tara.
girl.
I'm sick of you fucking hiding your shit. You're so shifty, Tara. Like I realized that I only know you from about 30 seconds ago, but I am so sick of your shit right now. My God, why can't you just?
Because they hear good citizen, you people.
Cool.
Cool.
Well,
Yeah,
we
I-
had a run in
so-
with them when they very first come to do an audit at the town. And when they first showed up, they were jerks.
They were jerks.
Yep.
Okay, I'm listening.
And so they came into the office and my staff asked who they were. They just came in with cameras and just started walking around.
Right.
And you people says, well, we're you people. Well, okay. They start laughing and I'm like, well, what's going on, you know? And then they made it all into a shit show after that.
Yeah, we did. Straight into the shit show.
Oh,
Tyra and Adam co-starring.
You showed her.
Oh man.
You mean
Yeah.
then?
If it wasn't for those two, what the hell?
now I got to look it up. Hold on a second. This whole thing, this whole Aguilar thing, I don't know. It kind of makes me feel like, oh no, this is on your channel, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'll just say it because I was going to play the song. It reminds me of like Insane Clown Posse, Great Malenko. Do you guys know the Great Malenko? And well, I'm just saying, like that whole story where they come to town and ruin everybody's lives. I kind of feel like we're Insane Clown Posse. We came in and ruined their lives, John.
Yep. Messed it all up for them.
I got a little conscience thing going. You did it.
Yep. You got no morals. Yep. Yeah, you got no morals. How dare you not just let them take their fucking money? How dare you? It wasn't your money. You know?
Right?
Yeah, you guys suck, and it's all your faults. They were just fine stealing money before we came along, you people.
They didn't need our help.
Yeah, they did not.
They had it all planned out.
I mean,
and,
we've never seen a budget and expenditure report match so good in our entire career.
Well, that's what caught my eye from the very beginning. I'm like, well, like they got some great books here. Like everything like lines up. Like even like you look back the year prior and the numbers don't match, but that's okay. These numbers
Yeah,
are
and then when
great.
we asked about grants, there was no grants, remember?
Right.
No grants like that. I mean, they were doing good, man. They didn't, their books were good.
No
They didn't
grants,
need
no
grants,
credit cards.
no credit cards. I mean, they're on the up and up.
Somehow or another they were putting gas in the vehicles with no gas cards. No, I mean, even if they were paying out of petty cash, they'd still have to show receipts for the gas that they were paying for. I don't ever recall seeing any of those things when we asked for them. Maybe
Well,
it's me.
Hold on, John, because we had a controversy about that a while ago because they said they had no gas card, yet we witnessed Tyra's daughter try to put gas in her car and then complain that the gas card for the town wasn't working.
Yeah, that
They
is
didn't have a
true.
card.
That's right.
Yeah, no cards. Nada. Weird how that worked, you know?
Right?
They only had one bank account. And for some reason, the girls in the office kept grabbing the wrong checkbook from some old account and writing bad checks. They kept mixing them up, you know? Wrong account.
Yeah. And for some reason, they kept falling behind on their gas payments.
Yeah. Yeah, they're probably in that same situation now. Hint, hint.
Yeah, no kidding.
But no, you know, no one cares. It's all under control. The government will fix it.
Well, and I mean, does anybody know that they're like at least 30 grand behind on their gas bill again? Like seriously, it was like when we first moved into when we first walked into this town. Like they were like 60 behind, weren't they, when we first walked into this town?
Yeah, they've been up and down.
55.
Up and down,
55, yeah.
Yeah, they can't keep it paid. It's up and down and up and down. So,
Which is kind of funny because if I remember correctly, in the Aguilar meetings, we were told that it was an issue with the billing from Walsenburg. But when you watch the Walsenburg town meetings, it was they owe the money. There's nothing wrong with our calculations. So clearly they owed the money because they ended up having to pay it.
yeah, they owed it. They owed it. Yeah, I don't know. Everything was just fine until it
You
wasn't.
people showed up.
Yeah.
Once you people showed up, it was a wrap. You know, I don't know. All because of that stupid First Amendment, you know. Stupid First Amendment.
Yeah, that cockamamie First Amendment will get you every time.
Well,
I
it's
just
not
want you to
just
know
that.
that
It's not just that,
one of-
John. It's not just that.
What?
There's more to it than that, John.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But I would like to say shout out to Pagosa Springs, one of the best hot springs to go to. If you don't have a chance, you should go out there and check them out.
But John,
Where are our rights? He is just as, yeah,
Yes.
I do not want anything.
Well,
put
you
on
called the
Facebook
cops. I mean, like I said,
because
that's
I know longtime residents where Vern came from.
where are our rights, John? Where are our rights?
Yeah. Where are our rights, John?
God, I wish I knew.
Oh man. Well, guys, it's been fun. Hour and a half show is a good one. Everybody that stopped in, thanks for coming. Everybody we had up on the panel, even though they left us early. It's good having them up here. Everybody in chat. Hope you guys have a good night. And what do you think?
Not at all.
Next one?
Hell yeah.
Might as well.
Right.
Never know what we'll be talking about next time. Did you
Well,
guys
it's
see I
always
did
something new.
Did you see
and
I did the
something
coffee? I did the coffee with the cop the other day. Did you guys see that?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Chief.
Perry had a big old smile on his face. Big smiles.
Yeah. I was gonna blur his face out, but you know.
It's already on the department website.
That's for the next show, guys. That's for the next show. We'll probably do that one over on you people's channel. Make sure you're subscribed and you ring that bell over there if you guys want to laugh your ass off at a viral video.
Right. Don't forget John Denicola. John Denicola, go down to his channel as well and ring that bell, because you know we're always on one of these channels.
He's got content right now coming out. John Denicola. Yes, make sure you check it out. Leave a
All
comment.
right. Thank you, everybody.
Kind.
Have a good night.
Yeah, check the mic. 1, 2, hear the flow supreme. This ain't a dream, it's the Constitution scheme. 7 articles laid the groundwork, no fakes, no fiction. But the people cried, where's the specific conviction? So James Madison stepped up, pen game was strong, said, we'll add the rights, that's where we belong. The Bill of Fates, Amendments 1 to 10, that's the start. The OG guarantee, straight from the heart. Let's get it right now with Amendment Uno. Religion, speech, press, assembly. Yeah, you know, petition the government. Air out your grievances, say what you want unless you're causing serious deviations. True threats, Amendment 2, it's not for show, it's the right to bear arms. Militia needs protection, keep the nation safe from harms. The 3rd Amendment is the peace treaty for the crib. No force quartering the soldiers, get that on the rib. Number 4, police pull up, that's the search is easy. Stop, need a warrant, gotta have probable cause or that bus is a fly. 5th Amendment hits hard, that's the due process chain. Grand jury for serious crime or you walk in the rain. No double jeopardy, can't try you twice, that's a fact. And I plead the 5th, cause I'm not turning my back.
Those last 2 or 3. We see you. Thanks for watching the whole thing.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah, we got the flow, the constitutional glow. From 1 to 15, watch the knowledge grow. It's the supreme law. Yeah, it runs the whole nation. Wrap these lines back. Perfect your civil education, know your rights, Lord. Don't ever sleep. The promises we made, the ones we gotta keep. From liberty to justice, or your final will be. Amendments 1 to 15, can't be beat. We got the flow, the constitutional glow. From 1 to 15, watch the knowledge grow. It's the supreme law. Yeah, it runs the whole nation. Wrap these lines back. Perfect your civil education. 7-6. I need my defense in a flash. Speedy trial by jury, lawyer for the legal crash. Gotta face my accuser, hear the charges read clean. The justice system working like a well-oiled machine. Number 7 in civil court, when the money gets thick. A jury trial's your right, better learn all the tricks. 8th Amendment checks the judge, gotta keep it fair, no exception.